Hello everyone. As devoted Yellowstone fans, we have been following the show for the past 5 years. This means that we're not only watching the Yellowstone original show multiple times, but also the prequel series. In fact, we are obsessed with the prequel series as there is nothing more satisfying than watching the background of the family you know so well. We feel like we are friends with the Duttons at this point as we see their faces more than our own family. Why are we so mesmerized by these people though? Why their lives and struggles are so interesting to us? Why do we admire them so much? In our opinion, the main reason is the fact that the Dutton family story is the quintessential American dream that we have all been seeking after. Their story might not be the rags to riches per se, but it's truly an inspirational one that covers multiple generations, all with their own specific struggles. Today, we are watching the Duttons in perhaps their most powerful state in the Yellowstone original series. To reach that point, though, the family had to go through a lot, and we are here today to see how did the Duttons manage to be who they are today. Everything starts in 1883 with James Dutton deciding to move his family from Tennessee to the northern U.S. after the Civil War. James, with his wife Margaret, daughter Elsa, and son John Dutton Sr., started a very long and tragic journey that lasted for months. The journey witnessed many deaths, hardships, and disappointments, but the worst hit the family in the very end, when Elsa has been the victim of a misunderstanding and got killed as a result of it. The tragedy was too big for the family to handle, so even though their final destination wasn't initially designed as Montana, they decided to stop there, where their daughter's grave is. So we got the foundation of the Yellowstone Ranch in the Montana mountains. Later in Yellowstone, through flashback scenes, we saw that James got killed by a horse thief a few years later, leaving Margaret alone with her 2 boys. As a solution, Margaret decided to write to James' brother in Tennessee, calling him to come to Montana and take care of the ranch. When Jacob Dutton came to Montana, though, Margaret was already dead due to cold weather. And this brought us to the beginning of our journey in 1923. The second prequel series took off 40 years later when John Dutton Sr. was a big man leading the ranch alongside his uncle. His brother Spencer, however, was in Africa, living his life as a hunter. Suddenly, the Dutton family story got expanded through multiple continents, with many new names joining the family tree. John Dutton Sr. had a son named Jack, and he got married to a woman named Elizabeth. Spencer, on the other hand, falls in love with a British woman named Alexandra. While romance seemed like the main driving force that occupied the Dutton family in the era, there were other obstacles in front of the triumph of the Duttons as well, especially the seemingly never-ending drought of vulture-like businessmen who wants to transform the Dutton land into major factories, and power-hungry fellow ranchers constantly ruin things for the Duttons, forcing them to start over and over again. Today, 100 years after 1923, we watch the Duttons in Yellowstone, led by their patriarch John Dutton. In the show, John Dutton is portrayed as a shrewd businessman who is willing to do whatever it takes to protect his family's legacy and maintain their hold on the land. The Duttons also benefit from their connections to local politicians and law enforcement, as well as their ability to intimidate and manipulate their enemies. In other words, even though a century has passed, the Duttons' struggle with the outsiders is far from being over. And yet still, the family preserves its desire to overcome any obstacle and continue to thrive in Montana. Dutton's modern business ventures are mainly focused on ranching and land ownership. The Yellowstone Ranch produces beef cattle, horses, and hay, and John runs it as a traditional family operation. In addition to his ranching business, John has also invested in land development and real estate. These business ventures have made him a wealthy and powerful man in the area, and he is determined to maintain his hold on the land and protect his family's legacy. Throughout the series, he has been shown to use both legal and illegal means to ensure that his land remains under his control. He has a team of loyal employees who are willing to carry out his orders, and he has even gone as far as to intimidate and bribe officials to get what he wants. He even became the governor of Montana just for the sake of saving his ranch from falling down. Additionally, he hasn't hesitated to resort to violence, as seen in the many shootouts and confrontations that have occurred on the show. Now that we are in the midst of the 5th season of the series, we can see the signs of the Duttons going down once again, this time not because of the outside actors, but because of their inner family drama. Still, a part of us hopes that the family will survive this crisis as well, and once again continue the cycle of facing troubles and overcoming them. In other words, in Duttons, we trust, all the time. How do you see the Dutton family's rise to power? Do you think the family is likely to survive whatever challenges they face? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.